CDL Smart, the smart training for the professional CDL driver's license. Video step-by-step at the truck training program. We pre-trip the truck with you. Video training series number 8, air brake test. Training section 8, air brake test. This part of the test you must know by heart. You can't memorize it, you have to learn it. You've got to master the air brake test. You just got to be able to get in that truck, start the air brake test, and just go through the whole thing, no problem. The only way you're going to do that is by learning it and practicing it. Air brake test, remember this, LABTS. L is leaks, air leak test. A is alarms, visual and audio alarms. B is buttons, button pop-out test. T is tug test. S is the service brake test. Lab TS. LABTS. Alright, air brake test. With the brakes in the engaged position, both the buttons are out. I'm building the air pressure up to governor cutoff, which should be at 120 to 140 psi or until the governor shuts off the air compressor. State what the psi is at when it shuts off. If you've never done this before, you will hear the air moisture separator go tsh, and that is your cue that the air compressor is shut off, because it has. Alright, now say that with me. Repeat after me. With the brakes in the engaged position, reach over and show them that both buttons are out. I'm building the air pressure up to governor cutoff, which should be at 120 to 140 psi or until the governor shuts off the air compressor. When that happens and you're watching the gauge, state what the psi is at when it shuts off. Alright, note, if the air pressure won't increase, pump the brake pedal down and drop the air pressure down to 100 pounds, then build it up to governor shutoff. Now you've been doing an in-cab inspection and the engine's been running, so a lot of times that happens. It's already at governor cutoff. Tell the examiner that. I'm at 120 psi, I'm going to drop the air pressure down to 100 pounds, and then I'm going to build it back up to governor cutoff. Leak test. Alright, now you're at governor cutoff. Make sure you are. Turn the engine off and the key back to the on position. Disengage the tractor and trailer brakes. Say, I'm charging the system with air. Push both buttons in. That is your cue. When you say that, once you get that, push those buttons in and say, I'm charging the system with air. Because you are. Apply the brakes, hold the brake pedal down. Wait for the air pressure to subside. Both air gauge needles stop dropping. Alright, when that happens, state the air pressure. The PSI is, well, what is the PSI right now? As soon as you say what the PSI is, you're going to say the system cannot lose more than 4 PSI in 60 seconds. Starting now. Slowly count 60 seconds or use a watch. I suggest you use a watch. If you don't have one and you're going to count it, count 1,000, 2,000 very slowly. Make sure it's a solid minute. Okay, minute has passed. State the air pressure when completed. The PSI is, well, what's the air pressure after the minute? If it's less than 4 psi or at 4 psi, the truck passed. If it's more than 4 psi, the truck failed. State what the air pressure is, like we said right there, and then state how many psi you lost. State if the truck passed or failed the test. And some trucks don't lose any air pressure. So do this on the truck that you're training on and the one you're going to test on, so you get familiar with how that air system works, because they're all different. Air brake alarm test. I'm pumping the brakes down slowly. I should have a visual and an audio alarms come on at or before 55 psi. Watch the gauge. State what the air pressure is at when the alarms come on. The alarms came on at blank psi. Well, what was the psi? I've seen them at 75, 69, 58, just all over the board. It has to come on before 55 psi. If it doesn't, it's not in good working order. So, I'm pumping the brakes down slowly. I should have a visual and an audio alarms come on at or before 55 psi. The alarms came on at blank psi. If it's correct, say it's in good working order. Say that. Air brakes button test. I'm going to pump the brakes down slowly, dropping the air pressure down to approximately 40 to 20 psi. The tractor and trailer protection valves should pop out. Now, they may pop out separately. If they do so, say what the air pressure is at when the first one pops out, and then say what the air pressure is at when the other one pops out. If they both pop out at the same time, state what the psi is at when both buttons popped out. Watch the air gauge when you are performing this. With the brakes in the engaged position, buttons are out, and they should be because they just both popped out. Say, I'm building the air pressure back up to governor shutoff between 120 to 140 psi. State what the psi is at when it shuts off. Yes, you have to do this again. You cannot continue the air brake test unless the air pressure is at governor cutoff. Tractor parking brake test, tug test. I'm testing the tractor parking brake. I'm releasing the trailer air supply. Push the button in. It says trailer air supply right on it. The tractor air supply is in the engaged position. The button is out. I'm putting the truck in first gear and gently letting the clutch out. Not all the way, only until you feel it grab and the tractor does not move. It's in good working order. Now note, if you're testing on an automatic transmission, some of these won't go into gear if the brakes are not released. Explain to the examiner that the truck won't go in gear with the brakes engaged. Trailer parking brake test, tug test. I'm testing the trailer parking brake. I'm releasing the tractor air supply. Push the button in. The trailer air supply is in the engaged position. The button is out. I'm putting the truck in first gear and gently letting out on the clutch. Not all the way, only until you feel it grab and the tractor does not move. It's in good working order. And again, if you're testing out an automatic transmission, some of these won't go into gear if the brakes are not released. Explain to the examiner that the truck won't go into gear with the brakes engaged. Service brake test. Remove the wheel chocks. A lot of examiners will get out and move the wheel chocks, and some won't. So if the examiner won't, just tell him I got to remove the wheel chocks to do the service brake test. If he says go ahead, make sure you put your seatbelt on before you move. Do not move this truck without your seatbelt on. Alright, disengage the brakes, both buttons in. I'm testing the service brake. I'm going to drive forward at approximately 5 to 10 miles an hour and apply the brakes. Lightly holding the steering wheel, the truck should stop straight and not pull to the right or to the left, indicating a brake malfunction. Did the truck stop straight? If it did, it passed. If it pulled to the right or the left, it failed. Air brake test, very important. If you make a mistake on the air brake test, you can start over, but only if you know you made the mistake. The examiner cannot tell you if you made a mistake, and they won't. Example, you forgot to turn the key back to the on position and the air brake alarms did not come on. You can tell the examiner that you made the mistake and that you're going to start over. You must start from the beginning of the air brake test. You can't just fix what you missed or correct your mistake. You have to start completely over. So practice this and learn it so you get it right the first time. As of January 2020, you had 3 chances to take the air brake test. But check with your DMV, your examiner, or your trainer, as this is subject to change. Review video number 8, the air brake test. The next step for you is to do it. Take the CDL Smart Training Manual to the truck and complete this section of the pre-trip inspection just like we did. Practice the air brake test until you know it. You have to master this. And as always, say it out loud. You will learn it faster, and on test day you're going to say it out loud. Alright, now print a copy of the CDL Smart Training sign-off sheet. You will refer to it to keep track of the sections of this training program that you have learned and what sections you need to work on. If you haven't mastered any part of this training, don't sign off until you know it. This will help you to concentrate on what parts of this training that you need to study and master. I want success for you. I have used sign-off sheets like this in the past. They really work great because you could go, Scott, I know the steering, I got it, I got the pitman arm, the drag link, I got all that. I need to work on the fifth wheel components. So what you're doing is you're telling yourself, this is what I really need to work on. So it makes it easier for you. Any questions, you can email me at scott@cdlsmart.com. You can text me. I will get back to you as soon as possible. That all depends on the schedule of the day. And as in the introduction, we love to hear your success stories. I really want to hear your success stories. So please email them to me at scott@cdlsmart.com. Also, please put a note on there giving us permission to post them on our website or on Facebook, or put a note on there that says do not post these on the website. We just wanted to send you a note, tell you how we're doing, and we will not post those if you do not want them posted. I guarantee you that. Now a message from our legal department. Here's a note from our legal department. They tell me I have to tell you this, so please just listen. Warning, this training program is copyright protected by SMT Enterprises Incorporated. Any reproduction duplication is breaking copyright laws, and you already know that. This is your training program. It is copyright protected, and it has been licensed for your use only, including a tracking number. We have kept the cost as low as we possibly can so we can help people improve their lives without breaking their bank account. So if your friend wants a copy, tell him, her to please buy one from cdlsmart.com. It's really not that expensive. Thank you for your honesty. The rest of this is copyright infringement laws and rules and fines, and boy, they're expensive. But at the college that I taught at, we had a pre-trip inspection training video, and it was good, but you had to watch it in the classroom on the TV, so really, what are you going to learn? We base this program as at the truck training program, not in the classroom training program. So, but that CD that you could watch, or we did watch in the classroom, was $349. I just couldn't believe it. So we wanted to price this so that the individual could use it, learn from it, afford it, and improve their lives. So thank you for your honesty. Also, SMT Enterprises Incorporated, CDLSmart.com, disclaimer, which I'm supposed to read at 100 miles an hour, and I just can't do that. We at SMT Enterprises Incorporated have taken every measure to ensure that all of this information is correct and is as accurate as possible. We assume no responsibility for the individual's passing the pre-trip test, as this is based upon the individual's study habit and willingness and ability to learn. All information is on a as-is basis. The company, authors, or publisher assume no responsibility or liability to any company, entity, or person with respect to damage, loss, injuries arising from the use of these materials in this training program or when using this training program. Any questions, please send us an email. This says SMT Enterprises Incorporated, Smart Manageable Training Company. This completes the CDL Smart Class A Pre-Trip Inspection Training Program video series. Take the guide out to the truck and complete all the parts of the training program. Now start from the beginning and do it again and again until you have learned it and you can perform this without the training manual. That's the goal. It's easy when you know how. Thank you so much for joining me on this training presentation. I've been teaching people for 28 plus years, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed putting this program together and presenting it to you. I know it's going to help you. I could say I hope it is, but I know it's going to help you. It's helped a lot of people, and to really truly learn the pre-trip inspection, not just pass the test. So I'm Scott Thompson, and I'm signing off. I hope you have an awesome day, and God bless you in your new adventure. Thank you. Goodbye.